Alright, back in the Viggens for the last of the training missions for the, what is it, I can't remember. RB-75 or something like that. Anyway, it's the Maverick. Optically guided anti-tank missile, more or less. And after we finish this, we're going to do I'm going to set up a few scenarios with different training for systems that aren't covered. And then after that, I'm going to start the red flag campaign. So I already mapped a bunch of controls that we're going to need. So I got my radar stick. I've got the trigger indents, the T1, T1, T2 for the, this, not what they call it, TV. They call it like a T0, T-fix, and TTV, I think, something like that. But in any case, it's got the max to the trigger. I mapped the safety. It's really should be mapped. I got that mapped to the stick. And I mapped the axes for the radar stick. Unfortunately, I had to take them off the radio controlled missile, which I shouldn't have to because I'm never going to use both, but at the same time, but the system doesn't allow it, so gotta do what you gotta do.
Today, we will learn how to employ the RB-75 air-to-ground optically guided missile, also known as the AGM-65 Maverick. Before we begin,
RB-75.
make sure the radar control stick, the T0, T1, and TV buttons are mapped. The T states are the different positions of the trigger on the radar control stick. T0 is the trigger in its unpressed state. Pressing this will recage or bore sight the missile. T1 is the first detent of the trigger. This will uncage the seeker head, allowing it to be moved onto the target. TV is the second detent of the trigger. Pressing this will lock the targets in the crosshairs.
I remember from before, I do not like aiming with the stick.
Missile comes in three
Rather
variants.
point the aircraft and lock.
The RB-75 is the first variant with a shaped charge warhead. The B is mostly the same as the A, but with a higher zoom to more easily detect targets at a greater distance. The T, or for tung or heavy, has a larger high explosive warhead for hardened targets or ships. Today, you are armed with 4 RB-75A missiles.
I remember from before, I was just like aiming the aircraft and locking, and I might actually change my keybinds to make that more useful. But
First, select the RB-75 position on the weapon selector.
for
That
now,
is the one with the small tab.
we'll roll with this.
Set the master mode to AMV. This will activate the EP13 sight on the right side of the HUD.
Got it.
The sight can also be turned on in master mode nav with the trigger unsafe. Setting the master mode to AMV or the trigger to unsafe will inhibit the usual radar trigger operation, such as fix taking. Next, you may have to adjust the brightness and contrast of the EP13 sight,
Got it.
dependent on the environmental conditions.
Min bright, max conch.
The Maverick missile will be caged and bore sighted to the dot in the HUD by default. The missile's range is not very long due to the difficulties in visually identifying and locking the target. You will most likely acquire the target within 5 to 70 kilometers at most. Note that the sight will start flashing as part of the terrain collision warning system. If it starts flashing, pull up immediately.
Okay, can we go?
In front of you, there is an island with a target range on it. Approach the target area and start scanning for targets. Gently dive the aircraft towards the targets. Place the HUD dot on the target
I don't like how
and
high I
start
am.
looking through the sight. Press T1 to uncage the sight and guide the crosshairs onto the target with a radar control stick. Press TV when the crosshairs are over the target. The crosshairs will attempt to surround the target and will be locked onto the contrast.
We're gonna not
Press the trigger
pull
when locked to fire the missile.
An attack run off that. We'll come back out to sea. We'll come back in and do them. Weapon safe.
Engage the different targets at the range. Feel free to practice as much as you would like. For the purposes of training, you have been given unlimited ammunition. This concludes the tutorial.
Okay. Basically, we're going to nail all the targets. I'll do one with manually slewing the seeker head. Just because, but I don't like it. Did I over-G? Yeah, I over-G'd for peacetime. I rest my arm on the throttle when I take this stick, which winds up doing that. Which winds up being annoying. Okay, unsafe. Lock. Got it. Rifle. Missile away. Let's watch the impact. Good impact. So, at least I didn't bend the aircraft. It's allowed for wartime, so it puts more stress on it, but it's safe. It's obviously not good on the aircraft. Shortens the service life of the airframe, probably. But doesn't immediately bend it. Okay, let's come in. Safe. Lock, rifle. I think it was the second one I was on. And actually I slewed there, so I'm going to count that as a slewing. Hit. Alright, turn in. Better. Real life, you wouldn't have to be looking at the G-meter like that. It's unsafe. Lock, rifle. Hit. Okay, let's roll in. Should probably offset a little bit because I have to keep correcting to come in on the angle I want on the way out. Weapon's safe. Weapon's hot. Damn. Come on, damn. Ah. Turning in. Got it. Rifle. Hit. Turning in. Smoke helps. Can't get it in the Maverick. I got something. I think it's the first one though. Come on. There we go. Rifle. Hit. Yeah, you have to cycle the weapon safety on every pass. Otherwise, you will not be able to launch a new missile, and the sight doesn't work. That's coming from the missile, so I'm guessing the act of resafing and rearming basically selects the next pylon, next missile pylon. But you get your nav HUD back too, which is nice. Okay. Safe. Hot. On the radar stick. Maybe I'll try slowing this one a little again. That was a mistake. Just lock it up. Come on. Lock. Rifle. Oof. Way over G'd. Hit. There. I may have bent the aircraft. It probably wouldn't have actually bent, but certainly would need a lot of inspection. If not, just ruin the airframe outright. Okay. So, yeah, that's the Mavericks. Next time I'll be doing setup scenarios. Like the till system is one thing I want to work on. Adjusting my QFE based on my radar altimeter is another thing I want to work on. You can use if you know the elevation, you can use the trick of 1 hectopascal per 10 meters, although you have to know the hectopascal sea level, not your QFE from your airbase. So you need to have that prepped or planned or in memory to be able to use that trick. What else? Probably do a little bit of refamiliarization with the radio. Although I might just do that in the campaign. Maybe a little bit with the different functions of the CK computer. What else? Maybe air-to-air mode, but if you're using air-to-air mode on this, you've done something wrong. Or stuff's gone wrong. Still, I should know how to do it, so I probably will set something up. Yeah. So, till next time.